Hello students, I'm Anita Abraham, Associate Professor of English. Welcome to the English classroom. This is video number 7 dated 24/7/2020. Today's English lesson is from semester 1, unit 4 of the General English curriculum prescribed by Osmania University for students of BA, BCom, BSc and BBA. Today's topic is titled Soft Skills, Interpersonal Skills. If you like my video, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified of subsequent videos. Let's get started. What are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills include habits, attitudes, manners, appearance, and behavior we use around other people which affect how we get along with other people. Interpersonal skills can also be called people skills. You know, all the capabilities and abilities and skills that we use so that we interact with people in whichever way, whether it is in a positive way or in a negative way. So when what are we actually talking about when we are talking about interpersonal skills? It's all about working with other people, our relationship, our interaction with people around us. It's the ability to get along with others while performing a job or in general day-to-day interaction. It can be in a in a social setup. It can be at a workplace. It generally is the ability to interact, get along with people around us. Characteristics traits like manners, the individual's manners, attitude, courtesy, habits, behavior, appearance, body language, all help us to communicate and maintain relationship with others. So this is very, very important. It's a 21st century skill, and it's a skill that each one of us must develop, cultivate very carefully, because this shows how we get along with other people. Now let's look at interpersonal skill from an organizational context. Okay, from an interpersonal skills in your personal setting and interpersonal skills in your professional setting. These are two broad categories that we can divide, but the assumption is that we will cultivate good interpersonal skills in our social interaction with people. Okay, and that will carry forward to our workplace. So employability, interpersonal skills is a very important employability skill too. So let's look at it from the organizational or workplace context. The organizational context of how interpersonal skills are used can be shown by a number of interpersonal interactions that a person faces day to in everyday life. Let's look at some of the interpersonal skills while working. Take the relationship viewpoint. Effective relationship within the organization. So when you're working in an organization, you have to deal with a whole lot of people of different categories, varieties, at different levels, and then you should know how to deal with all of them. Okay, so not only within the organization, also effective relationship with contacts outside the organization, because you are in the business of building up relationship. Okay, so whether it is personal or whether it is professional, interpersonal skills are very important to build up contacts and relationship. Okay, and at a workplace also with your competitors. Okay, so you need to build that rapport. You should have good interpersonal relationship with your competitors also. And similarly, whether it is in college or at home, the same rules apply. You should have good interpersonal relationship with people around you. Another way of looking at it is interpersonal skills internally, that is in the teams that you're working. Or for example, you take it in the context of your college, with your classmates. How are your relationship interaction patterns with people around you in college, or in your class, in the classes adjoining yours, your seniors, your juniors, your interpersonal skills with your teachers. All these matter in a college setting. And when you cultivate it, develop it, and have a good interpersonal relationship, then at your home and at the college where you study and within your social circle, this will translate itself in your favor when you move to your workplace. So at the workplace, internally, in teams, you generally work in teams these days. Nobody works individually, so you should have good interpersonal relationship when you're working in teams, across teams also, because you are working on a part of a project and somebody else is working on another part of the project. You need to bond together, work together at some point to put it together. So within the team, across the team, in between departments, units, no, across the organization also, you should be able to work effectively. And that you can do if you have good interpersonal skills, not only within the organization or within your family, within your friend circle, within the college, or within your workplace, but even externally at the workplace. It could be with customers. In your family setup, it could be with your relatives. In your friend circle, it could be with your close friends and then their friends. So you need to build a relationship that is positive, that gives a feeling to others that you are a confident, dependable person. And that's very important in today's world. Okay, let's move on. What happens when we have good interpersonal skills, both in our personal and professional life? You get the advantage through relationship, and it's a long time advantage, and it is based on your level of interpersonal skills, both in your personal and your professional life. So if you have good interpersonal skills, then you stand to gain from it, both in your personal and professional life. And it is a long time gain, because as you are developing your interpersonal skills, you're cultivating it, and it has to be done consciously. So it is something that you have to work on and acquire. So students, I would advise that introspect, see how you are, how your people skills are, how are your interactions with people in your family, in with your friends, close friends, with your classmates, with people that you meet, strangers. And then make an analysis and try to build on it and cultivate good interpersonal relationships, so that you project yourself as somebody who is confident, somebody who can be appreciated, and who is likable. Okay, so that's very, very important. So let's look at this important question: why is it that we need to develop, cultivate interpersonal skills? Why are interpersonal skills so important and needed in today's world? It helps improve, first, relationship. It helps improve the working environment. It enhances productivity. It leads to all-round success. It builds your leadership qualities, and you are liked and appreciated by all. So all these qualities are very, very important in today's life in general. Okay, whether it is your personal life at home, or your professional life. So you are basically, with your interpersonal skills, consolidating a very positive and confident image. You're creating an image for yourself, and that's going to go a long way in achieving success in life. Moving on, what does interpersonal skills do? It basically improves your communication skills with others. It improves your oral communication skills, because if you have good interpersonal skills, then your presentation is better, your audience awareness is better, you're actively listening to others because you're genuinely interested in what they are saying, what you are listening. And of course, your body language will also convey the positivity that will consolidate your self image. Even in writing, you can convey your interpersonal skills. You when you're writing, whether it's an email or a letter, or even submitting an assignment or a project, or any kind of communication at the workplace or in your personal life, the care that has been taken, the handwriting, or whether now you're typing it out, the font size, the font size, the kind of font you have chosen, or whether the kind of pen or the ink that you have chosen, the kind of paper that you have chosen, how carefully you have written, the editing, the revision, critical reading, whether you have really conveyed what you want to say, and have you substantiated it with sufficient evidence in form of data or example. All that conveys that you are serious, you are confident, and you are somebody who is working on themselves to build a positive image. Similarly, non-verbal communication, we have already done that, and how important non-verbal communication is in day-to-day life. You should have audience awareness. You are not no man is an island, and you are not isolated and a one man army, and there is no world around you. We live in a society, we live in a community, and we have a village around us, we have people around us, so we must be aware of it. And audience awareness is very, very important, because people are observing us just like we are observing others. Like I don't know if you remember, in one of my earlier videos, I said man watching is a very, very important hobby that all of us have, meaning looking at people, analyzing people. So how we present ourselves is very, very important. Okay. And personal presentation, and of course we have to be very, very conscious of what our body language is conveying, because non-verbal communication is very, very important. Now, why is interpersonal skill important? Because there's this very important model. If you have good interpersonal skill, it shows that you have excellent personality. That is, your personality is getting molded. Your personality development is taking place, and then automatically the next step would be leadership. You're emerging as a good leader, somebody whom people can trust and whom people can look up to. So finally, that is the benchmark of success in today's world. So let's look at it from the workplace point of view, but then you can always stretch it to your personal life too, and your day-to-day interaction. So when and where are interpersonal skills required at the workplace? First of all, when you're working in groups, okay? So for the team to be effective, for the group to be dynamic, to have excellent team skills, you must have good interpersonal skills with every member of your team or your group. We may not get along with everyone, but that we must make that effort. And we need to socialize at the workplace. Socialize is not partying all the time, your highs and your hellos, and you need to be polite and respect and maintain the decorum of your organization. If you are in college, then there is a decorum in college. There is a way of behaving in college. You need to take care of that. Okay, so all that comes under socializing. And then you always need to present yourself positively at work. It could come from the way you dress, the way you present yourself, your demeanor, your body language, and also the fact that you are always available. It is difficult to be available 24/7, but then today's work ethics and work culture demands a lot from us. Whether we are in the private or whether we are in the government, whether it is the teaching sector or you all as students, there's a lot that is expected from us. So we must present ourselves positively at work, that we are willing to learn, we are available. That is very, very important. And the other important thing is we display our good interpersonal skills when we listen, because active listening is very important. And also questioning, not questioning to create problem, questioning to genuinely comprehend and understand, so that your productivity level increases. And of course, the next important thing is giving and receiving feedback. Do give feedback, give positive feedback, or even if you see something that's negative, if you see something that's going wrong, try to present it in such a way that you are not offending anyone. And the same way, when you should be open to receiving feedback, because feedback is one way in which we can grow. And if you don't grow in whether it is in your personal life or your professional life, then you are a failure. We must constantly grow, and we must use every opportunity to grow. So be very open to receiving feedback. Okay, don't take it as criticism, don't take it as negative comments. You look at it at productive inputs given to you to help you improve yourself. And the other important thing to develop, and where it is required interpersonal skills, is to build and to maintain relationship. That's very, very important, whether it is in personal life. All of you all can draw examples from families where you get along with someone, you don't get along with someone. Even in the family there will be problems. Similarly, in the classroom there will be groups. X group doesn't get along with Y group. Okay, and that translates to the workplace, the real world. That is the real world. But we must make effort to build relationship. We must always be the catalyst of change. We must always be the one who resolves conflict, and build good relationship, build positivity and harmony around ourselves, because that's the kind of world that everybody wants to inhabit. Okay, I'm going to give you some tips to improve your interpersonal skills, and the first one would be to smile. Okay, everybody likes somebody who is happy, open. That doesn't mean giggling and laughing in a very irritating or stupid way. It's smiling. Okay, it's an ornament that you can wear, and it radiates positive energy, and everybody likes a happy person. So that's one quality or a tip that you can use to improve your interpersonal skill. The next one I would say would be to be appreciative. Please learn to appreciate each other. If somebody has done something well, if somebody has done something productive, somebody has done something useful, be the first one to compliment, appreciate it, accept the fact that they have done it. So that helps build relationship, it helps maintain relationship, and it exhibits that you have excellent interpersonal skills, that you are striving towards excellence, and you are not threatened by anybody else around you who is doing well. Okay, the other important tip that I could give you to improve your interpersonal skill would be to pay attention. Okay, pay attention to detail. everything that happens around you, not only the work you're doing, but even small things. For example, you are working and a pencil falls down. You must be the first one. And it's not that you are only looking at your distracted or something like that. But no, you must have all your senses, all your antennas must be up. You must pick up the pencil and put it back on the table. Simple things like that. Or if you know a discussion is going on, make sure that you're catching the nuances, the smaller points which could be very very important. Listen to what others are saying, even though you may not like it. You never know where that puzzle will fit in the bigger picture. So pay attention, active listening, looking and taking in things around you. That's a very very important skill. Okay. Then, of course, like paying attention, active listening also. It is a 21st century skill, like interpersonal skill. It helps build relationship, it helps maintain relationship. And if you are not an active listener, then your communication with others are just going to break down. Okay. The other tip that I would like to give you is be the person that brings people together. You should be the person that can bring the group, or that can bind the group together. You see any kind of problem, if you see any kind of small disharmony in your workplace, whether it is the family, college, you should be the one to take the initiative and bring people together. That shows you have leadership qualities, and people will appreciate you, because that is, you are taking a stand. And always take the stand for the right thing. Okay. Don't get involved in issues that are what do you call, negative, that are destructive. Please do it for positive things. Bring people together, so that you all are working together, whether it is in a professional setup or whether it is in a social setup. It is always appreciated. Another tip that I could give you to improve your interpersonal skill would be the one to resolve conflicts. Okay, there are conflicts. We are human beings. We are all different. Just like our five fingers on our hand are all different. I mean, it's a very common Indian saying. Or each one of us are different. Each one of us are unique. Each one of us, come from different backgrounds. We bring our worldview, our perspectives, and it is not very easy for everybody to gel and work together, live together. There will be small differences, misunderstandings, but when you see that, be the first one to step in and try to resolve conflicts and differences. That's again a very important characteristic of having good interpersonal skills. Okay. Then, of course, the most important thing is to communicate clearly. Okay. Do your best, improve your language, improve your verbal and your non-verbal communication skills, so that you communicate effectively, and that will enhance your interpersonal skills. Okay. And if you are not a good communicator, then what happens is there will be breakdown in communication, and you will get left out of things, because people won't want to carry a baggage along, because you are not understanding, you are not able to communicate effectively. So you get left out, whether it is in your personal life or whether it is in your professional life. So learn to communicate if clearly, effectively. Work on your verbal and your non-verbal skills. And of course, a little bit of humor, a little bit of fun is always very very appreciated. But that doesn't mean you become the joker of the group, or somebody who knows when to be serious and when to be light-hearted, a pro in the appropriate occasion. So you're having a tough day in college, and then you crack a joke and ease things up. Or you're working together, it's a very stressful day, and everybody is hitting their heads against the wall. You're not making that breakthrough. Do something to relax everybody up. Okay, but that doesn't mean you're the in-house clown or the joker. Please don't reduce or demean yourself to that. There is a lot of difference between the two. When very aesthetically you can joke, very elegantly you can be the one that brings humor and heartedness into a gathering, and being a joker or a clown where everybody looks down at you. Okay. Another important tip to improve your interpersonal skill would be to have empathy. Okay. Learn to look at things from somebody else's point of view. You should be able to accept multiple perspectives, and that is very, very important in today's world, because we work in a globe, we live and we work in a global village scenario. We work and meet, interact with people from different cultures, different languages, different countries. So we should have empathy, we should have intercultural competence, we should be able to see multiple perspectives. Okay, we cannot be rigid in how we look at things. We should be open minded and willing to see things from other people's point of view, from multiple perspectives. And that is very important, because that heightens your critical thinking, and critical thinking again is a 21st century skill. And when you are able to think critically, look at things from multiple perspectives, you are enhancing your interpersonal skills. And of course, the other thing is, don't complain. Of course, we all have problems, but don't complain too much. Don't be the whiner. Don't be the one who is always having a problem. The one that, is always, the crybaby of the group. Nobody likes that. So learn to be a man, a woman, and deal with your problems. And when there is an issue, yes, take it up in the right way. But don't keep on whining and complaining and backbiting and gossiping. That doesn't work well, both in your personal and your professional life. These are some of the tips. I think there were 10 of them that will help you improve your interpersonal skills. And students, if you have been following it, there's nothing difficult that you can not do. All of this we have been doing to some extent. It's only that we need to hone these skills. We need to fine tune them so that we end up having good interpersonal skills. And that will make us very effective both in our personal life and in our professional. Now look at some additional principles of interpersonal skills. The first one would be prefer positive to negative statements. Everybody likes to hear positive things. Don't be, the one that is the carrier of bad news, the giver of bad news. Even if it is a negative comment, there is a nice way to put it. So that's why one of the tips for interpersonal skills was to communicate clearly. Okay, so make it positive, wrap it up nicely, gently deliver it so that nobody is offended, because you want everybody to grow, everybody to develop with you, right? That's the important characteristic of a leader. That is the important characteristic of somebody with good interpersonal skills. We want to grow, and we want people around us to grow also. So be careful of how you are projecting yourself. Let it always be positive. And don't speak when you're angry, because you say nasty things that you don't mean when you're angry. So if you are angry, just walk away from there, not rudely, or do count 1 to 10, or do whatever your strategy is. Try to not say anything that you cannot take back. The other important thing is, don't use value judgments to make others feel bad about past mistakes. We are not perfect. All of us make mistakes, but let bygones be bygones. Don't bring up somebody's past mistakes and say, "Oh, you did this that way. Now you're going to do it again." Let that not happen. Okay, and yes, we all make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. So give everybody that opportunity, and don't make any judgment that just because X failed, then X is going to fail again. Be positive. That's very, very important. And of course, be courteous. Always be polite. You don't have to be humble and grovel at somebody's feet, but courtesy, politeness is the accepted norm. There is no two ways about it. You have to be courteous and you have to be polite. There is no place for rudeness in our lives and in the lives of others. And then empathize before stating an opinion. Always look at it from the other person's perspective. It's always good to have multiple perspectives. Be open to what other people's viewpoints, and then give the opinion, because we all have our opinions, but always take a minute to consider, look at it from the other person's viewpoint before we give an opinion. And then when you're apologizing, we all make mistakes, and we should be woman, man enough to accept our mistakes and apologize completely, open heartedly. Yes, I made a mistake, I am sorry. And there is nothing wrong in saying that we are sorry and accepting our mistake. It shows that you are an evolved person, and that's very, very important. And to conclude, interpersonal skills is a vital 21st century skill that needs to be cultivated carefully. You just cannot read it or up, or look up in the internet, and then it doesn't happen overnight, and you cannot learn it by rote. It is something that you must steadily acquire over a period of time. Okay. And it makes you effective and improves your people skills, and in the process you succeed both in your personal and your professional life. So I hope, students, that you understood how important it is to develop interpersonal skills. And let's quickly wrap up so that you understand what interpersonal skills are and why it is important for us to develop interpersonal skills. Let's quickly review. The term interpersonal skill refers to your ability to communicate and interact with people either individually or as a part of a group. Nowadays, it is essential as individuals to exhibit good interpersonal skills, as many organizations rely on its employees to closely interact with each other in order to boost efficiency and to meet set targets. So it's a very important skill in the 21st century. In the work environment, it is important to develop the following interpersonal skills. What is the first one? Communication. You must be able to clearly explain your point of view while simultaneously be willing to listen to others. Remember that communication is a two-way process. No organization can operate without basic communication between departments and co-workers. When speaking, be polite, use appropriate tone and volume, and try to stay positive. This is very, very important that you practice these things. Then the next being non-verbal communication. Excuse me. Excuse me. Non-verbal communication. As discussed earlier, it is a vital element in a work environment, and it can allow you to project professionalism and self-confidence, which is both key attributes to being a leader. So to develop leadership, you must have good non-verbal communication too. The next important interpersonal skill that you must focus on is negotiation skills. If you're able to communicate well, verbally and non-verbally, then you can use that to your advantage and negotiate. This means by which you can help resolve issues through discussions, clarifications, agreement, and cooperation, all without upsetting anyone or escalating conflict. The next important interpersonal skill is problem solving. Linked with the skill of negotiation, being a good problem solver means being able to find solutions to difficult and complex issues. Typically, this can be done by identifying the problem, brainstorming and generating potential solutions, evaluating the risks and benefits of each potential solution, and then following what you believe will be the wiser course of action. Okay, so these are all aspects of interpersonal skills. Okay, the next one, which is also very important, is decision making. A hallmark of a good leader is being able to make the right decision. Sometimes personal emotions or people involved in a project can influence your decision, but leaders and managers know that they have to keep their mind on the target and the end goals. So while we are looking at it from the perspective of the workplace or from an employment oriented goal, the same thing applies to our personal lives too. So interpersonal skills both in our personal and in our professional life is very, very important for us to succeed as human beings. I hope, students, that you have understood how important it is to develop interpersonal skill, and I hope you will make a conscious effort to improve your interpersonal skills. Thank you, take care, and stay safe.